guys, today we're going to be looking at Transformers War for Cybertron Blurr. Now Blurr is the second repaint of Drift, Generations or War for Cybertron Drift. So let me get him here for a comparison. Now it's the same figure but with different colors and different spoilers in the back end right there. And the difference you'll know is that on the front he's got Autobot logo on there. On Drift he doesn't. And the other difference is, well, he has swords, he has guns. And the only difference is the head. Well, heads, if I should say. So, I mean, you can still see the heads down there and all that fun stuff. So, that's pretty much it about it. So, I'm not going to show you how to transform it because if you already seen my my Drift review, you should know how to transform it. So, I want to cut this and transform Blurr and get back to you. So, be right back. And here you have Blurr in his robot mode. Now, as I said before, it is the same mold as Drift, but with different modifications. Well, the head, the shoulders on his arms. You know, this has a kind of a weird blue spatula-looking thing, while Drift has the Autobot logos on his arms. And like I said before, he's got the Autobot logo on his chest, where Drift doesn't. The face on here is definitely Blurr-esque. I mean, hell, they did some good modification there with that little blue top. The only thing I remember about Blurr is that little blue top. I don't know why. It's just the way I remember how how I remember Blurr. But still, I mean, he looks really good. I mean, the blue. Well, there's a different kind of blue here. There's the dark blue, the turquoise blue, and the lightish blue. And I think the color, the different kind of blues on here is really good. And to be honest, this mold of Drift for Blurr is really good. And I kind of like it. Now, he does come with guns, of course, so each one can hold his gun. So you can have him hold his gun like so. I mean, you could have that, or if you want him packing some real damage, and I do mean some damage, why don't we get his big mofo gun? And you probably wonder, what's the gun look like? Well, here it is. Now, this is what he uses. This huge gun. Let that sink in for a minute. So, he can hold it in both hands, or you can, there's this piece right there, it's either both sides, so he can hold it like this, so he can go like pew pew pew. But I don't do that. I just let him hold his big ass gun. And for a final comparison, here we have him with Drift, and they look so great together. With the Drift with the big sword and the little sword right there. You got Blurr here with the big gun and the little gun right there pointing at you. And these two, I mean, they're both great. I mean, the same mold is, again, the same with different heads, different colorings, and different weapons. So should you get this? So should you get Blurr? Absolutely. If you're a huge fan of Blurr, or a huge fan of the mold and all that, then pick this guy up. He is a great figure, and like I said, the same figure with different colorings, different heads, and different weapons. I mean, it's just great. And I mean, there's nothing to describe about these molds. I mean, these molds are so stupendous, if that makes any sense. But anyway, that's all I gotta say. Get this guy, and he is not that bad. So, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I will catch you later.